Let's do this. What up, y'all? I got a car.
That's hilarious.
Flat, lands a lot. The gold scar. The JR. The booty. You're like a puppy. Ooh, I like this. Season 5. Let's do this. This is me reacting to season 5, guys. Oh!
Evaneator? Evaneator.
What?
You know they know that is... Know why?
Why?
Guys, if you go to my video, my most recent video had him in it. We played rounds until we go looking for the new places.
Well, this is just May playing season 5.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't like to stay with his team sometimes. Say no, but he's still a nice Evaneator. A wild Evaneator in natural habitat.
Let's check the battle pass.
Oh, tier 14.
Damn.
Minecraft story mode, you're finished. Fortnite Battle Royale.
I want to check the dances. 2 plus 2 is 4. Oh my god. Booty. Like Call of Duty. Where'd you find Ace? Aiden, Aiden, they clickbaited us. Aiden, Aiden, they clickbaited us, guys. I dead thought this was Hotline Bling. I dead thought that was Hotline Bling.
I'm back. Evaneator. Evaneator. Evaneator.
Yeah.
I got a minute and 10 seconds of queue. I'm gonna join you.
I had 5 seconds of queue.
Oh my god. Okay. I got plus 55 seconds.
I'm sorry, I'm down, please help me. Everything she took my loot and left.
Evaneator. Evaneator.
Yeah?
Doesn't the epic tier 1 September?
Yeah.
You're unlucky because I get mine when I go home from this vacation, which is the 23rd of this month.
Green AR, new bunch of better give me that spot. I'm not good in nighttime, yeah. I'm very tackled there either. Star, AR, new boyfriend, better give me that spot. I'm not good in nighttime.
I'm gonna make a video too called Doom Buggies.
AR. Shout out to him. Brother, give me my gun. I just lost 50.
Hello everyone, it's the Gamer 64 here. We are just like in Fortnite. We're going to be doing a
Get over here. Brother, get over here.
Doom Buggy introduction. Like, we're not an introduction,
Brother.
like an overview of how they work.
Brother, give me my ammo. Brother,
Evaneator, what are you playing?
I'm playing Fortnite.
No, I mean like what mode? Are you playing like 50,
I'm playing
50 or
solos.
Okay.
There's a noob that stole my loot.
Go kill him. Murder him.
I don't have any more ammo. You made me waste it all. I hit him for a headshot.
You know what they should do in Fortnite? Fortnite developers, you should make this thing. If you run out of ammo in your gun, you can run up at someone and just like, I don't know, hold your gun up to like, I don't know, like hold it up to your shoulder, like the stock is on your shoulder, and then you just pound someone in the head with it and it does 50 damage. Then you pound him again, that's 100. You pound him again, that's another 50. You got 150 into that. Bam! 200 damage.
The man just push him. Aiden, let's do guess the gun challenge.
I got a new toy. I don't really like these toys too bad. So, what was my other dance? It was... So I got an uplink, and I think that matches... No, it does not match this one. Oh, I know what it matches. Oh, this is another advanced forces sledgehammer. It matches him. Guys, we got another blockbuster. Evaneator, wouldn't it be hilarious? Like they just make it the Reaper
Oh my god.
from Overwatch. Then he actually has like a power up, so he goes. Die, die, die. Okay, so what skin are we gonna rock while we go in? I think we're gonna have a Huntress.
Guys, I'm gonna start rocking Mr. You. I'm gonna start rocking him.
Next year I get a pickaxe. Next year I get my pickaxe. My first pickaxe is season 5.
Which is the balloon axe. Yep.
Yep. Well, the way opponents retail roll, let's go get killing. Evan here, let's play. Let's play duos.
Tell me, what could possibly go wrong on a water slide?
Join me. I'll make you party leader.
Well, usually. Things could happen, like getting stuck, you know, in the dark, and even being slammed into someone 3 times.
Oh, I have none of my PlayStation Network friends online. Or it's just like, yeah, they're obviously online.
Hey, there's still a great time. Just ignore the broken bones, the possible monsters.
I gotta invite you because it won't let me join you.
That's why today we're gonna tell you 10 water slides that you don't have to worry about riding anymore. Here's 10 bad water slides you can't ride. I can ride it though, I'm awesome like that. Let's begin.
It says party services are, I'm sending you an invite.
Water park in Ottawa, Canada was slammed with 20 charges in 2015 due to safety issues. 9 were withdrawn during the trial, leaving 11 charges remaining.
Okay, guys, I invited him.
Water Park was found guilty of 6 of these charges. These charges mainly concerned a particularly dangerous slide called the steamer slide. Now here's how this slide goes. Riders on the steamer plummet down the sled on tubes, and those tubes flipped fairly frequently, leaving several people injured. One person broke her vertebra in 2 places on the ride. Another broke their collarbone. When these injuries happened, the water park failed to report the incidents or shut down the slide. Oh boy, what's this? You got a broken collarbone? I can't feel my face! Hey, walk it off, kid. He's a lollipop. And what about you? I broke both of my legs! Hey, walk it off. Number 9. Aquasphere.
I'm going into solos.
Now, this one sounds less dirty.
No, Evan here. No,
Solo
join me.
glitch, Aiden. Solo glitch.
No, it's not a glitch. Just join me.
Slide, which features long, winding paths, has been plagued with all kinds of problems.
I'm trying to.
Problems usually result in people suffering some pretty intense injuries. The impacts left them unconscious. After this incident, the slide was investigations into what caused the problem. However, this is hardly the first time the slide has been shut down after an injury. In its past, the slide has severely injured 2 young boys in one.
I sent you an invite.
Person another, as well as
Red line. I want this tier 23 skin so bad. It's probably one of the best ones I've seen. JK, guys. Ragnarok. And boom, there's some hair and a thing. Boom, there's a bigger beard. Boom, there's some armor. Boom, there's a face. A nice new face. And boom, there's some glowing flipping lights out of his ears and head. Or no, his eyes are glowing, and so, like, okay, he's glowing right there, and he's getting okay. Now that's getting a little good. That's getting better. There's the cape. Then there's the bad boy. There's the great one.
One woman had suffered severe head injuries. There were children on the raft who were scared out of their minds. People rushed into the water and attempted to manually flip the raft back over by hand.
We got. This is probably the best fighter in the game.
The people on the raft probably would have drowned. Number 7, Black Hole. One of the most infamous water slides in the world is the Black Hole slide at the Wet n Wild Water Park in Orlando. Don't know why I went southern there, but hey, whatevs. It has been the target of several lawsuits, all filed by people who have been seriously injured while riding this death trap. In 2000, a man was awarded $1.73 million after filing a lawsuit pertaining to severe injury.
This is from forwards, backwards to all the dances that there are.
Even comically small inflatable pools. But in this video, I'm going to tell you about 20 places where you should absolutely, under no circumstances, ever swim. Why? Because I'm trying to keep you safe. Also, they're super weird.
-4 is 3.
Number 20, Lake Karachay.
Hey,
Lake
here,
Karachay,
nope.
a lake in the southern Ural Mountains in central Russia, has been called the most polluted place on Earth. During the 50s, when the Soviet Union didn't really care that much about being super safe with
Any other dances? One more.
was just dumped into this lake. Some parts of the lake are so radiated
That ain't no dab.
stuck around. The Russian government
That is not a dab.
the lake with concrete. So if you still want to go swim there,
Gentleman's dab.
you better get
That
there
is
while
not
you
a
stand
dab.
Number 19.
Just so you know, guys, do not listen to this emote calling
And
it a
Aiden,
dab.
at first when it first came out, I thought it was the Hotline Bling. Aiden, I thought it was the hotline bling.
Birds, fallen leaves, and maybe
I know I got that hotline bling.
But the people in this video got the shock of their lives. I don't know about you, but I think
Oh my god, Ebenezer, why are you in
you probably
around?
will too once you get
Join my lobby.
I know you need some hotline bling.
Number 10.
Join my lobby.
Somewhere in the woods of northern Germany, a mysterious bunker was discovered by a
I
couple
invited
who first
you.
noticed some pipes sticking
I
out.
didn't get them.
As they explored the strange place, they
This game is
found
being
metal
stupid.
and
Stupid.
heavy metal doors that had been violently ripped from their hinges. What happened down in this bunker? What was it used for? Were there some experiments that got loose?
I'm gonna join James.
The authorities have reported
Who?
Oh, not.
the entrance since the emergence of photographs of the
Wee.
Oh yeah, that's a nice background that I forgot to show you guys. And there's all of them again.
is perhaps even more unsettling. It's most likely
I like the Ragnarok.
No.
Soviet control bunker from the
Or Ragnarok.
up top or simply for
Ragnarok. Ragnarok. It's all of
It
them.
was designed to filter air and water for the occupants. Many people online also suggested that the doors were removed when the bunker was decommissioned to prevent people from getting trapped. Number 9.
No,
The
it doesn't work.
mysterious man. In nearby Switzerland, people are dealing with
Yeah,
a
let's try
different type
this.
of mystery in the woods. A man dressed in a military outfit, cape, and gas mask. He was first spotted around 10 years ago. Despite this and the fact that he supposedly takes that same path every day, nobody knows anything about him, and only one picture of him exists, which was very recently taken. Although he's never shown any aggression towards anyone that's had the misfortune of encountering him, he continues to strike fear into nearby residents who just want to know who he is and why he chooses to walk around like that. He's over 6 feet, or nearly 2 meters tall, and may not even be a man. Theories range from it being someone with a strange skin condition to a hermit obsessed with the end of the world. The only thing that could be creepier is a clown walking around in the woods, but that would never happen, right? Wrong. Reports have been made by some kids recently who said a clown was inviting them to follow him out into the woods in a small town in South Carolina. But surely it was just a story, right? There aren't really creepy clowns walking around out there randomly, right? Number 8. The Colt family. All families are messed up, yet love each other. But the Colt family took those two qualities to a whole new level. When this clan was tracked down in the woods of Australia, 38 people were found, all of them the products of incest. Women were having children with their full brothers or fathers for 4 generations. As you may have already guessed, a number of these kids had deformities. Many of them also couldn't speak properly and instead spoke in a strange language of their own invention. They had no running water nor access to the outside world, and it was a wonder how they survived living in such conditions. The reasons the police knew to look for them is pretty creepy on its own and sums up just how seriously messed up this family was. A local kid overheard a girl in the woods talking about how her older sister was pregnant, but they didn't know which of their brothers was the father. I feel really bad for the family counselor that had to sort things out with these poor kids. After all, they were living in total isolation from the rest of the world and grew up thinking that this was totally normal. Number 7. Dead animals. When someone finds a dead animal in the woods, they typically have one of 3 reactions. It's cool, disgusting, or fascinating. But what if you found a pile of more than 250 dead animals out in the woods? A pile of dogs, cats, rats, mice, deer, foxes, raccoons, and an exotic bird. Yes, that's just what was found in the woods in Virginia. What may have been even creepier is that many of the dogs and cats still had IV catheters in their legs, which indicates that they had been treated at a veterinary hospital before their demise. So how did they end up in the woods? Long story short, a company that was supposed to eliminate all of these animals didn't do their jobs. Instead, they dumped them in the woods. It has yet to be revealed to the public exactly why they did that, but I can't think of a single good reason to do such a thing. Number 6. Breathing Earth. When they say that the Earth is alive, they don't mean that it's literally alive and breathing. Yet it seems like that's exactly what a man in Canada seemed to have caught on film. He posted this creepy footage.
I'll bet you're dying to know what your big surprise is. Well, only 2 more chambers.
We're running out of time. I think I can break us out of here in the next chamber. Just play along.
Surprise! We're doing it now.
Okay, credit where it's due. For a little idiot built specifically to come up with stupid and unworkable plans, that was a pretty well-laid trap.
You probably figured it out by now, but I don't need you anymore. I've had 2
Welcome to the staging area. We'll be dropping you right in the mix, so build with that in mind. Attacks could come from any direction. Head to your console to get started.
Facebook group, but nobody was able to figure out exactly what's happening in the video. One theory is that it's fungus making the earth move, or else a shallow root system of the trees that's moving in the wind. But no one knows for sure. Carnivorous trees have been mentioned in folklore for many years, but the truth is often stranger than fiction, and myths are often rooted in reality. Now that we're halfway, why not subscribe? We upload amazing fact-filled list videos daily. Also, make sure to click that bell icon to stay updated, or you'll regret missing out on some amazing knowledge that could have filled your brain. Now let's get back to it. Number 5. The mysterious cabin. While out marking trees on the nature preserve, a Californian worker stumbled across something unexpected. It was a cabin built from plywood that was carefully covered in plastic sheeting, leaves, and branches to protect it from the elements and keep it hidden. It was so well hidden, in fact, that if you were more than 100 feet away from it, you couldn't see it at all. Inside the cabin was a small living room and kitchen, complete with a small library and plenty of canned foods and spices. There was a bench, a rocking chair, a wood-burning stove, and a typewriter, all neatly arranged in the small space. In a raised loft area was a bed. Clearly someone was living here, even though there weren't any signs of travel to and from the cabin in the surrounding woods. The authorities were called in, and since it's illegal to live on public property, they put up a notice giving the owner a few days to vacate. But when they returned when the time was up, they were astonished. The Ganges River. If you ever find yourself in India looking for a place to swim, you better avoid the Ganges River. The Ganges has become so polluted due to India's rapid industrialization that over 600 kilometers of it, equivalent to 372 miles, are ecological dead zones where life cannot sustain itself. Try and not let that life be you. Human and industrial waste is pumped into the river at a disturbing rate. In places, the river has over 70 times the safe limit of toxic chemicals and 3,000 times the safe amount of fecal coliform. The Ganges is not only home to a ton of industrial pollution, but is also the final resting place for about 40,000 cremated bodies every year. So you'd essentially be swimming in a sort of sludge made partially out of dead people. Overall, research confirms this causes a greater rate of cancer and gastrointestinal disease among people living by the river. And worst of all, since the river is religiously sacred, people disregard the warnings, believing that swimming in it cleanses themselves of past sins. Number 18. The Boiling Lake. The Boiling Lake in Dominica.
You can level up your building plots and inventory.
A lake that is
as you continue to challenge the horde, your inventory and building plot size will increase.
Magma, another thing which, like boiling water, does not sound like it would be fun to touch. While the lake actually looks kind of appealing, like it would just be a nice hot spring, in reality, the water is roughly 90 degrees Celsius, or 190 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 17. Jacob's Well. Jacob's Well in Texas, unlike Boiling Lake, sounds like it would be a pretty nice place to swim, actually. And for the most part, it is. The spot is known for its crystal clear water, allowing you to look straight down and see way further than you would in any other lame lake. The dangerous part has to do with the spring series of underwater caves and tunnels that lay underneath. Inexperienced divers who don't fully understand the risk and specialty equipment needed for cave diving in places like this have underestimated the challenge of Jacob's Well at their own peril, and there have been 8 deaths at the site. Number 16. The Nile River. The Nile River is dangerous. Really? Even though in the Prince of Egypt everyone is just chilling in there and leaving babies around? Yes, in reality the Nile is full of Nile crocodiles who use the clouded water to hide from their prey. Every year, hundreds of people are attacked by Nile crocodiles in sub-Saharan Africa. For reference, there are only 16 shark attacks a year in the United States. So to avoid ending up like a wildebeest on the Discovery Channel, you should probably just stay on land. Number 15. Hanakapi Beach. Hanakapi Beach in Hawaii is absolutely not where you want to go on your vacation. It may look like any other pristine Hawaiian beach where you go surfing and wear a grass skirt and whatever, but this is a trap. Underneath, there are very strong riptides that have led to 8 confirmed deaths. The beach is so dangerous that there's even a sign with a death toll marked on it to scare potential swimmers away. Number 14. Bubbly Creek. Bubbly Creek sounds like a pretty nice place. It reminds me of something that would be in the Lord of the Rings, but in the Shire, not Mordor. In reality, Bubbly Creek is the worst part of the Chicago River. The nearby Union Stockyard dumped blood, manure, urine, and various body parts into the river for over 100 years. The bubbles are a result of
Yo, they're attacking!
The population has made life in the river to decompose things. One study found that the layer of animal remains at the bottom of the creek is 3 feet thick.
Yo, they're attacking, yep, they're attacking. Oh my god.
The Seson Hole has been described as a black silty hole of death. It is the deepest diving site in the Gulf of Thailand. with a depth of 208
Thank
feet.
you.
If you really want to dive into this black, silty hole of death, you're going to have to deal with strong currents, oil tankers passing through.
9 places you should never put your hands or feet in. Do you consider yourself a skilled swimmer? Have you bravely tested the waters of several oceans and seas? If so, that's great. But no matter how well you can swim or dive, there are places you should definitely steer clear of. Some have treacherous underwater rocks,
Give me the gold.
while others have gained notoriety for the legends of monsters
Give me the mythic.
dwelling in their depths. In this video, you'll learn all about the most dangerous and terrifying bodies of water you should never, ever go swimming in. In fact, even just dipping your hand or foot in the water could cost you your life. 9. The Strid. The River Wharf in Yorkshire, England has an
Yeah, dude, but which one should I use? Which one should I do? The sniper or the assault rifle?
This section is so narrow
Which one?
that you could literally leap across it, but I wouldn't recommend
Which
doing
one?
that.
Sniper or
Just
assault?
stepping into this babbling brook isn't a good idea. The wharf itself
Yes, you can play, but can you answer this for me?
And due to the narrowness of the strait,
Answer it, please.
longer in this area. The sheer force of the moving water
Sniper or assault rifle?
into the surrounding limestone that are much deeper than the rest of the river bottom.
Assault, okay.
At the end of the
Give me a
story,
grave.
that same powerful current has
Imagine it just gives me a grave.
of the strait and undercut them from below.
Copper.
That means that the place where you're standing and staring at the rapid flow is most likely a frail ledge hanging over dangerous waters. Careful with that axe. Unlucky enough to fall into the strait or ignorant enough to try and enter the water were instantly pulled to the bottom. Over the years, nobody who's gotten into the river has ever made it out alive. And you wouldn't know the threat just by looking at this tiny, narrow, moving body of water. And that's the scariest part of all. 8. Horseshoe Lake. There's a lake in California that you could easily call a weekend paradise. Sandy beaches, picnic areas, hiking trails. Horseshoe Lake has it all. All this and 100 acres of dead trees. Oh, it doesn't just kill trees, it kills people too. The earthquakes of 1989 and 1990 are to blame. They cleared the way for carbon dioxide to break out from underneath hot magma and come spewing out into the air, killing the surrounding trees and every living thing in the vicinity. Nowadays, Horseshoe Lake is still just as deadly as it was 30 years ago. The danger lies in the fact that the levels of this lethal gas change absolutely at random. You can be enjoying a peaceful lakeside picnic at one moment and be dying from asphyxiation the next. There are tons of warning signs posted around the lake, yet the area continues to play lies. 7. Kipu Falls. In Kauai, Hawaii, there's a group of beautiful waterfalls that, until recently, was this destination's tourist hotspot. They're called Kipu Falls, and in total were closed to the public in 2011. They were an extremely popular place for swimming and diving. In order to reach this gem, you'd have to walk along a dirt path for a while until you'd be rewarded by the sight of a gigantic waterfall crashing into a crystal clear pool below. And why was this area fenced off for tourists? Well, it's also been a hotspot for tons of injuries and deaths. Obviously, some people were hurt while jumping from the top of the waterfall, but many deaths weren't so easy, if at all possible, to explain. Witnesses recount some swimmers peacefully bathing in the pool at the bottom of the falls, then simply drowned without any obvious reason. They just all of a sudden disappeared under the surface, never to be seen again. Their bodies were later retrieved from the very bottom.